beautiful day. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a beautiful day. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a beautiful day. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Good evening, everyone. I am Angela Gegg, and you're watching Influential Dubai. We're broadcasting from the VMC TV studios right here in the UAE. Having a media platform gives me a personal responsibility to use my voice and give back to society. I use my voice to send messages to my viewers, and I give back to society by inviting successful entrepreneurs, remarkable individuals, businesses, celebrities, artists, and entertainers onto the show. And today is no exception, as I'm joined in the studios with Daniel G., one of the most sought-after sales coaches. He's the founder of the world-class sales agency and a leader in the sales industry. And he's joining us here today. Stay tuned because after the commercial break, I'll be back on with Daniel G. and me.
It's a beautiful day. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a beautiful day. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a beautiful day. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And we are back. Thank you guys for joining us here today. The one, the only Daniel G. is here with us. Daniel, welcome to the studios.
Thank you
Welcome
guys
to
for
the
having
show.
me.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm excited for this.
I'm excited to have you on the show. I'm so glad you made time.
Hey, listen, there's not many people that have more energy than myself.
Yeah.
So I'm like, let's do it. Let's get it done.
Let's get
go.
it done.
Come
Let's
on.
get it done. So we met, guys, for you guys watching, we met yesterday at a big sales event. He was the speaker, I was the MC, and we just hit it off. And I'm like, you have to come on the show. So we made it happen.
Thank you. I'm excited
Absolutely,
to do it.
yeah. So one thing I like to do, Daniel, with my audience is before we get into you, the sales coach, the man, the master, let's get to know a little bit about you, who you are, where
Sure.
you're from. Let's just give them the info.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up, I think, everybody in life has a story, but they just go through the same events in different detail.
Mhm.
Like for me, I grew up when I was young. I was born and raised in Mississauga, Canada, and my parents split up through a young age, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm going through it. This is the worst thing in the world that can ever happen. Like I said, people go through events just in different detail in life. Like
Yes.
I can experience sadness and anxiety or depression just like somebody else has when they're young, but maybe two different events. So when I was young, I was, 13, 14 years old when my parents split up. That was the moment inside of my life. When I was young, I was just, a kid that liked to play soccer. I used to DJ when I was young. And when they broke up, like life went from, okay, we're okay, middle class family, to both parents breaking up. And then both of them had to down and out working two jobs. So I looked at my brother when I was young. I was like, oh, geez, nobody's going to pay for me going out with the girl that I want to go out for. Nobody's going to pay for me going out to the movies. So I started sales when I was young. And I started door-to-door sales when I was young. And I know everybody when they're young, they sold candy at school. Before that, I was selling CDs at my elementary school with my brother. But then fast forward, I got into a door-to-door sales job when I was in high school. I was selling in Canada. We have very bad winters.
Yeah.
So maybe you guys can't relate here in Dubai, but we have 2 feet of snow in Canada.
Yes, yes.
So I used to capitalize off of it and make
Oh.
money, door-to-door sales, knock on doors,
What did
shovel
you sell?
driveways
Oh.
to get the snow out so we can move the car.
I understand. Okay, I got you.
Right?
I understand. Yeah, you're right. In Dubai, we don't
Right?
catch on to the snow. So you used to do door to door to get to.
That was in the beginning.
That's amazing. That's so smart.
That was in the beginning. And then when I was in high school, which is, you're 14, 15, 16, I got into another door-to-door sales job with an actual company where we would do something called the aeration. So we'd poke holes in people's grass to allow it to breathe. I still know the pitch till today. But that just propelled me, to always have a knack for sales. It wasn't like a passion. To me, I just cared about money. It wasn't like, oh, I'm passionate about this sales. No, I was always curious about sales. I got into college and university, and I dropped out of college and went back to what I was curious about. When I was in college, I was in international business. And I know a lot of people say, follow your passion and follow your purpose. But to me, if I did that, I would have been a soccer player or a DJ. Which was
Right.
not paying me at the time.
Okay.
So I say always follow what you're curious about. Because when I dropped out, I went to go back. I said, okay, what am I curious about? What do I think I could be good at?
Yeah.
So I went back into sales, and that I started a sales job, and then I started training salespeople that were in high school and grade school. And then it all
Amazing.
propelled from there, opening up a sales business, a sales agency, training, speaking, etc.
Amazing, amazing. So that's how you ended up becoming an actual sales coach. You got into sales
Well,
and then you
personally
started coaching.
for me, what I've seen was this. In my head, when I was 21, 22, I said, whoa, 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 whoa. I was doing really well in sales. And I was the anomaly dropout kid. Everybody said, okay, this guy's gonna be an F up for sure. He dropped out of school, okay, dropped out of university and college. And when I got back into sales and I started making money, I said, wow, I was the person that was never supposed to make money, and now making money in a sales job. I'm like, how many other people don't even know what I'm doing right now that could be making money? So I just felt like, okay, let me train colleges and universities on what I'm doing, this sales gig on what I'm doing.
Right.
So that's where I went all in, because nobody when we're young, like, it's still crazy to me that nobody when we're young teaches us or encourages us to say, hey, you know what? You could be good at sales. Meanwhile, like 99% of people end up selling something, which is crazy. When you think of a stat, you end up selling something, whether it's shoes, real estate, clothes, but more than half of those people, probably 98% of those people end up quitting because they were never encouraged to be good.
I never even thought of that
because they were never
before.
encouraged to become a good salesperson.
So right.
Even me, myself, this is why I think it's crazy. It's effed up. Not to get, hyped up on the show.
Get hyped up. We love it.
I think it's crazy
Do it.
because think of this. Even at the age of 16, 17, 18, when I was making money in sales, still nobody came up to me and said, hey, by the way, you should be a salesperson. You should be doing this for the rest of your life. People came up to me and said, hey, by the way, your chemistry grades are down. Your algebra grades are down. Your English grades are down. Nobody even encouraged me when I was making money. So to me, I realized, I said, whoa, if I was a kid that was supposed to be counted out on, I have a job here to show everybody, that sales, everybody can do sales.
Absolutely.
Like everybody in life, we're all like born to win in life, meaning we have every necessity when we're young to win. But somewhere in our life, we're programmed to lose, meaning like somebody took away, the enthusiastic kid and said, hey, by the way, don't talk to strangers. So now they're pulling away the enthusiasm out of Daniel. But I was born to say hi to people. I was born to imagine. Why has nobody even told us this? Now that I'm on the show right now, I just said imagine. Nobody has ever came up to Daniel and said, keep dreaming and keep imagining. They said, stop dreaming, it's not realistic.
Keep dreaming and keep imagining.
Nobody said that.
I'll say it.
Nobody said it to me,
Yeah.
which is crazy because in reality, any big person that has a big vision in life that has ever achieved something big, billionaires, they're dreamers.
Yep.
They imagine.
Yep.
So I say you're born with the faculties to win, but you're programmed to lose.
Yes,
inside of your
very
life.
true. Damn it, that's so good. That's some
Right?
good stuff. And I have to
Yeah.
use that next time you're on stage. So
Yeah,
you just
I
thought,
like it. No, because I always think, I'm like, whoa, when we're young, we are born to be successful, but somebody sold us out of it.
Yep.
Even childhood, even these childhood mentalities that we have, think of it. If somebody's watching me, I was a skateboarder when I was young. So I used to skateboard. Maybe somebody's watching me and they're a cheerleader. When they were young, like I said, you were born to win. You had all these things, determination. You wanted to be the best in whatever it is that you do. If I was skateboarding and I would go jump a staircase while skateboarding and I broke a leg, I would end up in a hospital, which happened a million times. I'd break every bone in my body, end up in the hospital. My dad would say, hey, Daniel, cool it off.
Take it
this
easy,
week.
yeah.
Take it easy.
Yeah.
The next day, I was at the skate park trying to jump the staircase again.
yeah.
But somewhere, like I said, you're born to win, but you're programmed to lose. So I had determination when I was young. But now people get into business. They had that determination when they were a child. Now they get into business. They fail in business for 2 to 3 weeks, or they hear 100 no's and they quit.
Yep.
Where was the childhood person that never quit them when they were at the skate park?
Yep.
Or when they were the cheerleader? What happened to determination? The kid that always showed up.
I was a cheerleader.
There you go. So to me, it's crazy because I'm like, whoa, somebody sold us out of this
true.
persistency, this determination, right? You
And
lose
I
that
think if you had
childhood
any
factor.
uniqueness as a kid also, like you are different. Like people, instead of encouraging you, if
Right.
you're outgoing or outspoken, that's also a really good inkling that you're going to be really good later on in life, but people always put you down for it. You're
Yeah,
right.
of course.
absolutely.
And it's
I can
funny
relate.
because you could see the people that do well in life are saying, you know what, don't worry, you keep doing what you're doing.
Yep.
You're gonna be okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you gotta hold on to that one person's opinion because 99 other people are saying, hey, you should go do this, you should go do that.
Yeah. When was the first time you got on stage? Do you remember that? The
Yes, I
very first
do,
time
of
you took
course.
stage, and what was that like? Tell us about it.
Stage, I kind of blended into stages because when I was training colleges, high schools, and universities, you can consider that a stage somewhat because
Yes.
some of them were podiums, but I didn't put training on a pedestal, meaning so people would come up to me and they would say, oh, I want to be a motivational speaker. I want to do what you do. And to me, I was just training kids on how to sell. So I
Oh.
never said this thing in public speaking. Like even yesterday, we're at an event.
Uh-huh.
I don't see it as a stage. I treat the audience like it's my sales team.
Okay.
I'm not saying, oh my God, I have this stage to rock out. I'm like, all right, let's get down to business. Let's start training.
Yes, yes.
Where's my
yes.
whiteboard? Let's
Yes,
start.
yes.
Because
true.
I think so many people want to be the life coach, the public speaker, or whatever the case is, and they don't hone into a skill set.
Yeah.
Allow your skill set to drive the car and let the motivation kind of be like the passenger seat, because people follow you for a skill set. So to me, to go back to your question, first time I'd taken a stage was maybe 2017, but it was very natural because I was used to training people in colleges, high schools, universities, training them in sales.
So you don't get like a pumped high from going on stage?
Of course,
oh,
yes.
Okay.
Of course, I have a
Okay.
lot more human interaction. Like this, I love this because
Yeah.
I'm feeding off your energy,
Yes, yes.
right? Even yesterday when we were at the event, I'm like, why did the lights go off? I can't see people's oohs, ahs,
Yes,
claps,
yes, yes.
happy faces, sad faces.
Yes.
Because in business, it's just a reciprocation of energy. So if I'm talking to somebody on a live stream, I'm not getting so much energy back. I'm not getting emotion. It's like volleyball. I hit the volleyball, but the volleyball doesn't come back to me if I say a joke.
I agree.
But if I'm in person, obviously my energy levels increase because I say a joke, everybody laughs.
And there's something you
So-
said. You said you watch your footage just to see how
Uh-huh.
many minutes did somebody
So
go.
important.
Then you realize, do I have to change my jokes for this audience? I really like that. You care about
So
what
important.
you're doing.
Yeah, like I was saying yesterday, to give everybody context, I
Yeah.
was saying people go through their whole life and business on autopilot.
Yeah.
And they never reverse engineer like what they did right or what they did wrong.
Mm.
So when they're stuck in this low inside of their life, I always say, okay, if somebody's stuck inside of a low inside of their life, like they're deep down and out, I always stop and I say, hey, by the way, you can't experience sadness if you never experience happiness. And then they look and they're like, well, what do you mean by that? I say, if you're sad right now, if you're at a low point in your life, and I'm just giving that person an analogy, I'm like, at one point you were at a high. The problem is that when you were at a high, you were so quick to go freaking celebrate at your high that you
Yeah.
forgot to reverse engineer what got you to that high.
Yes.
So what happened is when somebody in sales, let's just say, or somebody in business, they have a big month or an artist, they get signed a big check or whatever happens, right away, the first thing they do is they go celebrate
They
the high.
splurge, yeah.
They splurge, they go celebrate.
Yep.
To just stop and say, hey, by the way, if I just got this check, number one, how did I get it? Like, what was I doing this month that made me win this month? Who was I around? What was my diet like? What was my energy like? What people were I around? That way, I know what got me to my high. So when I'm at my low, I can think of what got me to my
Yes.
high, and I tap into what got me to my high a lot quicker, so I get on my low a lot quicker,
Yeah. Amazing.
right? So, but nobody reverse engineers when they're at their high. They're quick to celebrate.
True.
When in reality, they should be like tripling off their momentum. Like, momentum is a thing that you got to keep in motion. So when people are at their high points of life, like they should not waste that effing time to be like, oh, let me go out and party.
Yeah.
They should take their energy in business and pour it back into their business. Anything, like I think like, you know, to me, everything in business is channeling. So channeling the right energies. So like, even when you're mad, right? And you're like, you know, let me go lash it out on this person. Take the energy, pour it back into your audience. Give people like, you don't have to show the anger, but take it, channel it through you and go on a live stream and talk about it and give them a positive outcome instead of giving it back to the person that wanted your anger and emotions. There was a guy, you might know Drake. Do you know Drake?
Yeah.
So Drake's on an interview.
Champagne Papi.
Yeah, champagne coffee. And they ask him, they're like, hey, you know, when this guy dissed you, when, you know, he made fun of you and he took it to to an extent that, you know, was very private of your life, why didn't you go diss him back? They said, why didn't you go at him and like just destroy his career? Because they know Drake's a
He's
legend.
very capable.
He's very capable to just tear that guy in pieces. And he looks at the guy that interviewed him and he said, because I didn't want to give him what he wanted, I said he didn't deserve my energy back. He's like, I took that energy, I channeled it back into my business, put it back into my music so I can give my fans what they want.
Yes.
So he knew how to channel the energy correctly. Most people in business, they give people the energy back that they want. So when a hater comes inside of your comments, they want you to comment back to them. They don't want you to swipe, block, delete onto the next post and channel your energy back into the next post.
Yep.
Do you know what I
Very
mean?
true.
Like they want that, so you don't give people what they want.
Yeah,
kind of, in
absolutely
business.
agree. Yeah, it makes so much sense.
I don't know how we got to this.
No, I love it. No, it's great. I love it. It's so engaging. Like, I really love this conversation, the topic, everything. And I'm sitting here in my brain thinking, is this your whole life philosophy? Is this, I mean, you believe in all this. You're so passionate about it. This is what you strongly have all this like conversation. Is this your whole life philosophy? Or is there anything else around this?
I mean, if somebody just watched this interview for like 10 minutes right now in the first 10 minutes, which is completely just a natural conversation.
Yes, absolutely.
I don't know what you're about to ask me. A lot of this interview was predicated based on energy.
Correct.
Meaning the interview happened off of energy. what I'm talking about right now has a certain way of how do I channel my energy. Yes, I believe every single thought inside of your head creates a certain energy and an action inside of your business. It is my philosophy because nothing's coincidence. Like you and I sitting down in the studio right now, somebody that doesn't understand energy will be like, oh, what a coincidence. I know Angie and I know Daniel, and they're in the same interview room
Very
together.
true.
If two people knew us,
Very
they would say,
true.
what a coincidence. But it's not a coincidence because it's an energy thing.
Yes.
You and I are vibrating at the same frequency.
Yes.
It is bound to happen that you and I sit down in this, and it happens in a negative context too as well inside of business or inside of life. People ask for one thing inside of their business, but they're always blocking it with their thoughts, and your thought creates a certain energy inside of your business. So if I were to go to somebody and I would look at their thoughts, if I can dial into somebody's thoughts, I'd be like, I know exactly why you're not getting what you want inside of your business.
Yeah.
So if somebody asks for a lot of money inside of their business and they don't understand that money is an energy game, they want abundance. A salesperson comes to me like, Dan, I want to make so much money. Oh, really? Well, when Kathy beside you in the office starts to make a lot of money, I heard you whispering to fucking John saying, why the heck is Kathy making a lot of money? And she started 6 months ago and we've been in here for a year and a half. So you say you want abundance of money, but when Kathy makes a lot of money,
you're a hater.
you're going to your friend right now and you have a grudge towards Kathy, you will never make that amount of money because your thought is grudge and jealousy.
Correct.
So what you're asking for inside of your business, you're blocking with your thoughts, what comes out of your language. I said it yesterday on a live stream. I said, do you know some people block success before they even have it?
Yep.
And the people on my live stream were like, what do you mean? I said, some people literally block their success before they even have the at-bat to become successful inside of sales. They say in their head, in their thoughts inside of their head, most people that want to make a lot of money, they say inside of their head, you know, I can't wait to make a lot of money so I could shit on Kathy, Jonathan, Mark, Luke, everybody that doubted me. So now you're working your business with a frequency of grudge, jealousy, hatred, which is on such a low frequency. So just the mere thought of you thinking when you become successful, you're going to shit on people is blocking exactly what you're asking for. You're asking for a lot of money, but now you're blocking with your thoughts because that is not a positive thought. So now you're never going to be able to take an opposite action inside of your life or inside of your business than what's happening inside of here. So there is no way you can perform at high levels if there's a negative thought happening inside of here. You have a grudge, you have a hatred thought, you have a negative thought that when you become successful, you're gonna shit on people. There's no way throughout your career inside of business that you're gonna be able to take high levels of action or you will even have abundance. So you're stopping exactly that what you wrote down inside of your notebook this morning, you're stopping it with the thoughts inside of your head because you're like, when I get that, I'm gonna shit on that person. Well, you're probably not gonna get it now.
Correct. Absolutely.
Right?
I love it.
So I always think of this. What's happening inside of here? It's going to dictate my language. It's going to dictate what's happening in real life.
Freaking love it, guys. And on that note, it's time to take a short commercial break. I'll be back with more of me and Daniel G and this amazing insight in just a few.
It's a beautiful day. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a beautiful day. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a beautiful day. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And we are back. I'm Angela Gegg. You're joining me right here for another episode of Influential Dubai. Join with me in the studios all the way from Miami is Mr. Daniel G. Hey, how are you?
Let's go.
Let's
I'm
do
having
it.
fun here.
I know, so am I.
It's exciting.
It's been great. I love everything that you're saying. It's so positive. It's such a good outlook on life. I wish more people had it. And in fact, one of the questions I had for you in this segment is tell me about energy, but I think we already covered that in the last segment.
Yes.
So I mean, you're one step ahead of me.
Again, energy.
I love it. Yes, you
Energy.
absolutely are. But let's talk a little bit about the world-class sales agency.
Okay.
Talk about that. Tell me about that.
You know, I just give people an opportunity at sales. I train them and I give them an opportunity to work a sales job. Whatever I feel like is best for them, I line them up with contracts and companies. Somebody comes in, I train them on sales, and then I outsource them to a client, a coach, a consultant, an entrepreneur, a thought leader, a company, a real estate company, a direct sales company, a network marketing company, where I think they're best there and where they could thrive at. So my whole job inside of my agency is very simple. A lot of people complicate it. I say, I just train people, recruit people, outsource them. I give them a sales opportunity, a sales job. So that's what the sales agency is. You know, it's just a training, hiring, recruiting, and outsourcing agency for salespeople. Right?
Amazing, amazing, amazing.
Yeah.
Do you tailor make classes for individuals, companies, or how does that work?
We have, so I've trained, you know, I have my own, you know, programs for that the generic population can come in and train on. And then, you know, sometimes we do tailored trainings for companies that are in person or online. And then, you know, they can do what they want after with that training.
Okay.
You know, sales is sales is sales.
Yeah.
Meaning, you know, if you understand people, product becomes easy.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So a lot of yesterday, what I was talking about was people. And I was trying to make them understand that because they think it's product. But it doesn't matter what product it is that you're selling yourself. It's people. I'm selling you on me. It doesn't matter what I have. You did not bring me into the studio because of the world-class sales agency.
Correct.
You brought me in the studio because of Daniel.
Yes.
I'm in the studio because of you.
Yes.
Not because of Influential Dubai, which is super important.
Okay.
Like, this is
True.
important. Influential Dubai is the service. It's the product. It's the outlet.
Yes.
It's the channel.
Yes.
But I'm not in it because I'm not like, I want to be in the room with you, and your service, your outlet is Influential Dubai. People do business with people.
Correct.
I said all things being equal in business, people do business with people they like.
Yes.
All things being unequal in business, people still do business with people they like. So instead of thinking about, because it's a 90-10 game, 90% of a sale is, does the person like you? Are they like you? Do they want to be like you? 10% is the product. So even, it doesn't matter what the heck is happening in life, no matter what, I want to do something with somebody that I like or that I enjoy. And when I said people are people are people, sales is sales is sales, everybody comes up to me and says, man, I didn't close a deal because, it was, this person didn't have the money. Dan, how would you deal with this strategy? How would you deal with this objective? I say, whoa. Let me ask you one question. Margaret, sit down. Bob, sit down. Did the person like you? And then they say, well, I said, whoa, did the person like you?
Yeah.
And most people can't even say, well, I think so. Well, you think so? You're building your business off, well, you think so? Well, it depends. No, depends. Baby diapers brand name. Don't build a business off that. No. What do you mean it depends? How are you going to sell something if the person doesn't even like you?
Yeah.
You may went through the whole freaking sale and it may be amazing. Your product might be amazing, but they don't even give a shit because they're not listening to you.
Right.
They're not listening to you because they don't even like you. They don't even like you because you haven't used their name in the opening message of a conversation. You haven't made them laugh. You haven't been relatable with them. You haven't made no jokes. You haven't cared about them. There was no empathy. You think it's a product. They're not even fucking listening to you. Does the person like you? So you cannot sell a product. Doesn't matter how great the product is. I might be on mute while you're selling me a product.
Right.
So some people have to ask themselves this question. I'm like, Margaret, Bob, you could get so much better at this sales game if you just sit down every single night and you ask yourself one question. Did the person like me? Would I buy my own product? Would I buy from myself? Would I even like myself in that conversation? If I was sitting on the opposite end of the conversation, would I be listening to myself? And I say reverse engineer that, because when you can get good at that, when you can get good at somebody liking you, sales becomes super easy. Product is secondary. When you understand people, product becomes freaking easy inside a business. Nobody asks himself the question, does the person even like me? I'm not gonna listen to you if you can't influence me if I don't like you. Doesn't matter how good the product is, I'm not listening to you. If I don't listen to you, you're not gonna pull the right answers from me. So even if you have questions for me to dissect who I'm about or whatever the case is, like, okay, what is the guy needs? What are his pain points? You're not even gonna pull the right information from me, right? If I don't like you, because I'm not gonna give you the right response. So I'm gonna be dull, I'm gonna be bland. Even inside of the interview, I'm not gonna be fired up inside of this interview. Everything is a sale. Right now, what's happening is a sale. You're selling me to give me the most energy so I can give it to your audience. You're saying, Daniel, provide me the most so you can give to the audience the most. I will not give you the product, Daniel, the most of me, what you want out of me, if I didn't freaking like you.
Yes.
But I like you.
Agreed.
So right now, I'm on right now, and I'm giving it to you. And I'm giving it to the audience because
it's a good synergy.
Yes, because it's not, the product is secondary always. So I always just say,
I wish other people looked at it this way.
Yeah.
Such a good way to look at it. More people need to open up and understand this methodology in life.
Of course, yes.
I love it.
They could get anything inside of life. They always think secondary. So like, my resume has to be the best. And I'm like, what do you mean your resume has to be the best? Well, I'm like, you walked inside of the office and didn't even look at the person's eyes when you shook their hand. You think it's a resume? Maybe he's looking at some other things. Well, that's judging somebody. Welcome to life.
Yeah, exactly.
What are you going to try to, you're going to try to move away from judgment right now? No. People are looking at you like, hey, how friendly was this person? How kind were they? You walked inside of the interview office, you didn't hold the door open for somebody, you didn't even know the person's name or whatever the case is. You want a job? You think the resume is going to get you the job? Maybe they're looking at external factors out here. How nice did you treat the person when you walked in? What was your kindness like? What was your passion like? What was your enthusiasm like? Who's talking about this? This is why I said you're born to win, but programmed to lose.
I absolutely.
They want to program you to just understand the 10%.
Yeah.
That's what people do. They want you to think life is the 10%, meaning life is the product. It's not you. Don't worry about it. You don't have to build where was my personality course when I was 7 years old? Nowhere. Where was my Where was my, when I was 12, saying your charisma course?
Yep.
Nowhere.
Correct.
Where was my, hey, this is how you become likable and build relationships course? Nowhere. Where was my course when I was 14 saying, hey, by the way, this is your love and relationship coach? Cricket,
Yes.
cricket.
True.
Does that not like effing hype people up when
Yep.
you just realize, wait, my whole life is relationships. Where was my relationship course? Wait, my whole life is selling. Where was my sales course? Wait, my whole life was building partnerships with people. Where was my partnership course? My whole life was, understanding people, communicating with people. Where was my communication course when I was 7? This is why I say you were born to win,
Yes.
but somebody in life programmed you to lose.
I love it.
And this is why I got so much energy, because I'm like, no. People have to know about this shit, that they've been effed when they were young.
Yes. Raise the roof.
Come on.
I love it.
Right?
It's
and
so
things like this are
true.
great
It's
because
so true.
this is great. I love this because it gives us an outlet to say there's something more out there.
Yeah.
Like you have to understand that, whatever you've been taught is probably what your parents know.
You're a sales coach, but you're a motivational speaker.
Think so?
More to me, yeah. More than anything.
It's just-
I think this sort of thing really needs to be more inputted into the world more.
Nobody,
I love it.
nobody sat us down and said, Dan, this is how you have a conversation and interview with Angie.
Yeah, true.
And now when it comes time to have an interview and a conversation with Angie, maybe my hands are shaking or whatever the case is because nobody practiced that with me. It's
Right.
repetition.
Yeah.
Your subconscious mind just works off repetitive habits. So if I am programmed not to talk to you, now when I sit down in an interview chair, whether it's for a job or an interview or we're just having a conversation, I'm gonna be shaking because this is not the norm. My
Correct.
norm inside of my life is to sit down and listen to my teacher and present once a year. That is insane. Think of it. You sit down for a majority of your life and listen when you're in school.
Yeah, and when you're younger, if you talk a lot, they shush you and put you in a
Yeah.
corner. They
One
don't allow it.
presentation per
Yep,
year.
Yep.
No wonder why. And then your teacher comes up to you and says, hey, by the way, you don't have to be nervous. What do you mean I don't have to be nervous?
Yeah.
I've been listening to you for 9 effing weeks.
Yes.
I don't even know how to communicate.
Yes.
So I should be nervous.
Yes.
Everybody should be nervous when they go present.
Yeah.
Everybody shouldn't know how to present their biology project or their chemistry project or their engineering project. They should be nervous because the school system or whatever effed them up to say, hey, by the way, you're not supposed to be a good communicator.
Yep.
And then somebody harps on you when you get a little bit nervous.
Yeah, it's
They
true.
were listening to you
It's
for
true.
99% of the time, and now you go to ask them to present once. Maybe they could switch it up, present once a week. But of course, now when people get into sales and life, they don't know what to do anymore.
Speaking of sales, I read somewhere that by 26 years old, you had capped over 35 million in
In
sales.
sales? Yeah, maybe more.
And that's not even anything near what you want to achieve. You're ready to just take over the world. Well,
Yeah.
with this attitude, I can see it happening.
I just think, to me, I know money is so abundant. Sales is abundant because I look at my life now as service and contribution, meaning if I can make 1,000 people around me successful in sales, I'm going to make money. That's it.
And your goal is over 1 million.
Point blank period.
Minimum.
No, I'm going to make 1 billion people successful inside of my
I
life.
love it.
I don't have, and every time you increase your goal inside of life, people always say, hey, by the way, you're dreaming too big. You're thinking too big. No, I'm gonna make 1 billion people successful. That's why this week I'm in Dubai.
Well, there's 7 billion
Tomorrow,
people on the planet. So
7.6
let's
billion.
do that. Let's take it to
7.6
7.6.
7.6 billion.
You'll hit it. I want you to get there.
I like it. See, that's
I
the
love it.
attitude.
Yes. No, I love it. The energy here is amazing. And I'm sure all my behind the scenes staff is really enjoying this as well.
Yes.
I know afterwards all the guys are going to be messaging me. I can feel it already. Because this is great. I love the positive energy. Not for nothing. Sometimes I have people come in and they sit down on the chair and it's like pulling teeth when I'm trying to interview people. And I'm like, with you, it's just so natural. It's so good. It's like a quality interview and it's very positive. I love it. I love it.
I feel it.
Are you ready to have some fun?
Yes. Let's do it.
Let's do some fun with Angie.
I feel like there's gonna be a rapid fire thing that's
Yes,
coming my
it's
way.
fast.
Is that what's
You
happening
got
right now?
it. Fuck you.
See,
You're
I'm pulling
so
out your
on
cards.
point.
I looked at your
You are.
cards before we started.
There's no way. You
No, I
did?
didn't.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say they're usually pretty secure, but yes, needs to be fast. First sentence. So
Cool.
you got it. You're on point. Okay, but this is just fun, yeah. This
Cool.
is no more sales, no more life. This is just fun stuff between
Rock
you and
it.
me. Favorite color.
Red.
Favorite food.
Ooh, gnocchi.
Favorite car.
Ooh, I think it changed to a Rolls Royce now.
Ooh la la.
Yes.
Favorite restaurant
Favorite restaurant.
in the world, anywhere.
In the world?
Yes.
I don't know the name of the restaurant because it was in the middle of Sicily
Oh.
and I can't remember the name, but it was my favorite restaurant. So if
So
you guys
Italian,
want a good
Italian,
restaurant,
Italian.
of course,
Okay.
150%.
Ketchup or mayo.
Ketchup or mayo? Ketchup.
Ketchup or mayo. Okay. Favorite music genre.
Ketchup is practical. You put it on everything.
Absolutely agree.
Favorite music genre?
Uh-huh.
Hip hop.
Hot sauce, yes or no?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, oysters or escargot?
Escargot.
Favorite animal?
Do people actually like oysters? Favorite animal?
I
feel like
certainly don't like oysters. I
I
think
feel like it
they're
has a
gross.
weird taste when
I
I'm
think they're
sucking on them.
disgusting, and people always in Dubai they eat oysters.
They love oysters,
They're
right?
gross.
I don't mind escargot. Escargot's
I'm not
nice,
a fan
little
of
bit grilled.
oysters either. So, favorite animal?
Favorite animal? Cheetah. Fast.
Ooh, nice. Holiday destination.
Holiday destination? Cuba.
Oh, wow.
I know. Good people, good vibes.
You look like you could be a little Cubano, you know? Gatos
see?
locos forever.
Come on.
Little Cubano. ¿Hablas español o no, sí?
Habla español poquito.
Poquito, pero perfectito, con un fedora, un Cubano. I love it.
The island's coming out of Angie.
You done know. Favorite song?
Favorite song? Ooh, like give me a 50 song. 50 Cent, Hate It or Love It.
What?
You know that song?
Nice.
Okay.
Yes, of course. Favorite movie of all time?
Favorite movie of all time? Pursuit of Happiness.
Ooh, good one.
Will Smith.
Very good one. Very good one, actually.
Yes.
Wine or whiskey?
Wine or whiskey? Whiskey. Goes with a nice cigar.
Apples or pears?
Pears if they're hard.
Pickles or ice cream?
Ooh, pickles or ice cream? Pickles because I don't want the dad bod anymore.
Mm-hmm. If your life was a TV show, what genre would it be? Would it be horror, supernatural, a musical, a drama, a comedy, or a romance? And
I think
why?
it'd be a drama.
And why?
I think there would be a lot of components involved inside of the life. I think a little bit of comedy would be mixed in, but I feel like it would be super dramatic where, you know, everybody would be pulled. There'd be mixed emotions where somebody would be happy, somebody would be sad. There would be a little bit love involved. So I think would incorporate everything
Oh, I love it.
with a little bit of inspiration involved and stories.
Very nice.
Yes.
Celebrity crush.
Celebrity crush, don't have one.
Ooh, okay.
Because I don't follow too many celebrities. I am so
What's
out
your
to date.
wildest fantasy
My wildest fantasy.
in the whole world?
My wildest fantasy.
Ooh la la.
Now you caught me off guard.
Oy.
My
Wow,
wildest-
that's a first.
My wildest fantasy.
Mhm.
See, my brain has to go to the.
I want to
the-
see where it's going.
the right side. My wildest fantasy.
Anything.
No. My wildest fantasy. Oh, you really. caught
Either
me.
if it's with a lady or jumping out of a plane or
We're not
doing
gonna go the
something
lady
cra-
side.
Okay, fine, halas.
We can't go the lady
We
side.
won't do on the lady side. Okay, jumping out of a plane. Like, what about
No,
something
no, no,
crazy?
no, not jumping out of a plane. We're not gonna do that as well. 'Cause I ain't doing the jumping out of a plane.
Swimming with
Uh,
sharks.
Nope, definitely not risking that either. Not cool to me. I know people love that, but I don't know why Steven's laughing right now because I can't get to a good wild fantasy
There's
right
no
now.
okay.
I can't get to a
Let's
wild
do a
fantasy.
thing. I'll let you
but I
think
will
about it
tell
and
you
come back to
something.
me
That is
later.
super cool that you asked me that because now I got to ponder on it
Yep.
and I got to think because that is the fun side of life and maybe that is a gap inside of my life where I'm like I got to get a little bit more wild.
Okay, Wi-Fi pinky promise. You got to tell me as soon as you figure it out.
I will.
Wi-Fi
150%.
pinky promise.
Wi-Fi pinky promise.
Okay, good. A rumor about you that someone would start.
A rumor about you that somebody would start. I mean, I feel like a lot of people have rumors. Everybody wants to be the person until they realize what it takes to become that person. And then they kind of point fingers as to why they can't become that person. So they say, oh, Daniel's way too hard. You know, Daniel, you know, he likes to have it his way or whatever the case is. So I just feel like a rumor about me, somebody would start. Actually, a great rumor is, you know, he must have had it made.
Oh.
He must have had it made. I think that's a great rumor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I
for
just
sure.
can't imagine you working to get where you are. I got you.
Yeah.
'Cause
So like,
people are
no, no,
hating-
no,
yeah,
no. You know, he's young. So somebody must have been to his side to say, hey, this is exactly what you do, this, and this.
Okay.
So I feel like that's probably a rumor somebody would start for
Okay.
sure.
Well, they're wrong.
Yeah.
We can see that in an instant. And last but not least, 3 things about you that no one, and I mean no one in the world knows, right here on Influential Dubai.
3 things about me that nobody knows. Number 1, I like being around myself and quiet space a lot. I don't like going out, don't like partying, don't like drinking, don't like clubbing, don't like doing any of that.
But you've been
Number
doing a lot
2
since you've been here.
Yeah, number 2, not really,
No,
to be
okay,
honest
okay,
with you. If
okay.
it's okay, it's small lounge, but I really don't go out. I'm kind of introverted at the end of the day. You know, I was telling you yesterday, I
Yes,
drip my
that's-
energy
Yeah,
out.
true.
Like, I'm not like a networking event type of person.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I feel like I get drained by that. Number 2, I play a sport called squash. I don't think a lot of people
Ooh.
know that. Squash is,
of course.
you know, it's a racket sport. It's a small little ball against the wall. So that is like my passion. I love playing squash.
Oh.
Number 3, a secret that nobody knows about me? That was the question, right?
Yeah.
The third thing that nobody knows about me.
Like you have an extra toe. Like no, just being.
Whoa. Wait. That is a good thing. Do you want to know a secret nobody knows
Yes.
about me? My two pinky toes,
Uh-huh.
right? They're so effed up because of playing squash so
Oh.
much that they're actually like
Like
broken in.
Really, like the.
They're like that. Because when
Oh.
you're playing squash, you lunge on each feet. And I guess I used to wear super tight shoes and it taken a toll after 10 years.
Ooh.
So like both of these toes are like smashed in.
Oh, thanks for sharing with
Now
me.
the toe lovers are gonna be like, oh my God.
Oh,
ew.
I have foot fans like crazy.
Foot fans?
My foot fans go nuts.
Wow.
You're new to me, so you'll see. My foot
That
fans
was interesting.
go
There,
wild.
you got it out.
I did. It wasn't
Right?
intentional. I mean,
There
but
you
I just
go.
had a feeling. I was like something.
Now
with the
people are
feet.
gonna be like, well, I want to see his toe.
I love it. Daniel, today was so much fun.
Thank you for having
Please
me.
let my audience know if they'd like to hit you up, find you, where they can reach you, and get to know more about you.
Super simple. Yeah, they could just go to online on Instagram at Daniel G. I mean, it's super simple for you guys to find anything. I always post content there. I'm very open with my content. Nobody has to buy a dime from me. I will give it all to you guys, everything for free. I go live every single day. When I'm traveling, when I'm not traveling, it's at 10 p.m. Eastern, so people can join my live streams. I go on live streams every single day at 10 on Instagram. But Instagram is the easiest place because it's the outlet to everything else,
Absolutely.
right? So at Daniel G.
At Daniel G. And one thing I want to say just before we go, yesterday you said something that resonated to me. You said most people get asked to do something and they don't want to give their secrets away, whereas you are like, why not? I'll give my secrets to the world.
Yeah.
You know, I think that says so much about you, whereas you want people to grow, to learn, to experience, and to benefit from what you're doing. That's just amazing.
It's a reciprocation. You know, I'm not going to ask for a lot of people, like a lot of abundance and not give abundance.
I love it.
Right? So
Yeah.
I never withhold anything, just like we were talking about in the beginning. But this was amazing. I appreciate you doing this. and
Yeah, it
everybody
was,
setting
it
this
was
up. It's
really good.
amazing.
It was
Thank
really
you.
glad to have you on the show. Thank you
Thank you.
much for coming on. You and the team are here. Guys at home, that is all the time that I have for today. A very big thank you to Daniel G. We definitely look forward to seeing more of him. And of course, for you guys watching, broadcasting for Influential Dubai, I am Angela Gegg. See you guys next time. Same place.